Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what you're going to be seeing is I'm going to be doing my Cleveland Guardians versus Detroit Tigers ALDS series reaction. I do, if you guys are new to the channel, or maybe even recent or fans of the channel, I do reactions to kind of like Cleveland Browns, Ohio State, and also Cleveland Cavaliers whenever they were in the playoffs. I did like series reactions. This is going to be my, like I said, ALDS Cleveland Guardians versus Detroit Tigers series reaction. Kind of going through reacting to every single game. Quick little reaction for each game because, as we know, I can't do like a full 10-minute reaction on each and every game. So I'm going to kind of wrap it all up into one whole thing for all 5 games. Game 1 was crazy. Game 2 was a little bit nuts, especially that 9th inning. Game 3 was a letdown. Game 4 we were able to come through, pull through, get the win. And obviously Game 5 we just saw offense, the bats came alive against Screwball. It was a crazy series. So like I said, I'm going to kind of go through, talk about the series, talk about everything from, like I said, Game 1 all the way to Game 5, talk about the offense, talk about the defense, talk about some of the big players that actually showed up, players that off the top of my head. Rocchio was probably my MVP of this entire series. He was electric in the series. The bullpen was on fire. The starters were a little bit iffy. Matthew Boyd struggled a little bit. Alex Cobb, he struggled a little in that second, or the Game 3. There was a lot we got to talk about. And at the end, like I said, we are moving on to the ALCS to play the New York Yankees. I'll kind of quickly just talk about briefly about the Guardians' chances against the Yankees. So without further ado, I'm going to go and get straight into this. If you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's kind of go through and talk about, like I said, Game 1. We won 7-0. This game was one of those where Tigers, they were coming off the series against Houston. I think everybody knew we had the rest. They did not. Everybody talked about rest versus rust. Are we going to be ready to go after sitting for an entire week? We were ready. We came out there in that first inning, put up 5 runs, and I'm pretty much sure after that inning, we knew the game was over. We pitched Tanner Bybee. He went about 4 2/3. He did good, but like I said, the first inning, Jose got on base, or got the double. It was counted as an error. Then it got changed over. Like I said, Kwan got the hit, then Fry got walked, Jose got the double, and then from there, it was like Naylor got the single, kind of like a squeeze, like bouncer in, and it was very weird in that game because everybody knew it was like, if we can just get a lead early, we have this one in the bag because our bullpen is going to be great, and with Tanner Bybee on the mound, we should easily be able to win this game. And like I said, Lane Thomas hitting that home run. It was like, at that moment, we knew the game was done. David Fry comes in later on to get some insurance runs, but like I said, Tanner Bybee goes 4 2/3, and it was like, we were not losing with our bullpen. The way they threw in that game was perfection. Cade Smith comes in, throws for 1 1/3. Tim Herring gets an inning, Gaddis gets an inning, and Clase gets an inning. No hits allowed from any of them. The only runner allowed was Tim Herring walking somebody, and he was pissed off by that. Nothing really to say about this game. Like I said, great defense, bats were alive. It was just a straight ass kicking in this game. In Game 2, this was a weird one because, like I said, offense nowhere to be seen. Now, we knew it was going to be rough. Screwball on the mound. We knew it was not going to be easy. Screwball on the mound went about 7 innings, I believe. Yeah, 7 innings. He just took the life out of us. We had Matthew Boyd on the mound, and he did okay. He had 5 strikeouts. Then we got to the bullpen. Like I said, everything was going good. The one issue I'll say with this game, Bo Naylor catching, I believe, in the 9th inning, that was a little bit rough. Because in that 9th inning, we ended up, Clase came in. He got the final out in the 8th inning. After Steven Kwan got the diving catch, which was still a little reviewable. You could go back and say that wasn't a catch, that was a catch. Either way, Tigers, you got the win, so shut up. Clase on the mound. We usually, all year long, we thought that if Clase is on the mound, forget about it. You're not scoring on him. You might get a hit, you might be able to earn a walk, but you're not getting runs. With 2 outs, I'm pretty sure it was a 2-2 count. With Matt Carpenter on the at the plate, he gets 3 sliders. What's Clase's best pitch? The cutter. The cutter that can go anywhere from 99 to 102. I've seen 103 come out of his hand. And Bo Naylor calls for a slider. On a 2-0 count, he gets 1 slider that Matt Carpenter misses. It was up high. Then he gets another slider down low. He misses that one. Then I think he had a foul tip or something like that. But then the 3rd one or 4th, whatever it was, it's like he lobbed it in there. Bo Naylor was like on with his mitt, patting the ground, like saying like, I want it in the dirt. Put it in the dirt. Which I would have liked to see it in the dirt. It would have been a better call. But Clase, he hanged it. Carpenter's eyes got big, and he just sent it out of the ballpark. So we kind of knew coming out of this game, okay, we're going back to Detroit. We have the series. It's series of ties, 1-1. We're going to Detroit. If we don't get bats alive, we're not going to win the series. And in Game 3, it was literally just the same exact thing. Tigers got hot. Bats were not really like hot, but their offense or their defense and their pitching was electric. They shut us down. Like their bullpen from the starter, whoever the opener pitching, they were good. Then the bullpen just kind of got into a rhythm. They just shut us down. Like I said, Alex Cobb, he allowed 2 runs, but it's like in a playoff series, 2 runs isn't that bad. Like, your offense, if you're going to compete for an ALCS, going to try to get to the ALCS, a possible World Series appearance, maybe championship, you need to score more than 2 runs. And we didn't do that, so I kind of feel bad Cobb taking a loss on that, but it is what it is. Like I said, our offense, it couldn't really do much. I mean, you can see, like, Quan, he was getting hits. Everybody else, it was, like, big pieces that we said after this Game 3. Jose needed to step up. Josh Neely needed to step up. And one person that really needed to step up and needs to step up going forward, Jankenzie Noel has no hits in this playoffs. What are we doing? He's supposed to be our big home run guy. Like Lane Thomas, he got 2 home runs in this series. We thought Jankenzie Noel would have been the guy hitting the home runs. He has no hits all series. Let's move over to Game 4. Like I said, this was a back and forth battle, just straight back and forth. We came out, we got the run early in the first inning. It was a run that I thought was kind of pitiful that we only got 1 because I think we had bases loaded, or like at least got 2 guys on. Lane Thomas comes out there, he smacks the ball through like the first and second baseman gap. He gets a run in. It's cool. Okay, we get a run. I think we had bases loaded with like 1 out, so the fact that we only got 1 run was kind of sad. Then the Tigers come out in the second inning and they get themselves a run. So it's like, okay, it's 1-1. This isn't looking good. This is going to be a back and forth type of game. Then in the 5th inning, Jose hits a moonshot, gets the home run, and I'm thinking, okay, 2-1. Here comes the bullpen. Let's shut this shit down and let's win Game 4. But in the 5th inning, McKinstry, it's like it just sliced and went just over the fence. Home run. They go up 2-2. And I'm thinking, oh shit. Then the 6th inning, they get guys on the base. They start running. They get 3-2. And in that moment, I'm like, we are really about to fucking lose to the Tigers when our bullpen is out there and our bullpen is supposed to be dominant. What are we doing? I forgot to mention Tanner Bybee was on the mound in this game and he lit up that second home run. The second that home run went over the fence, Stephen Vogt came out and pretty much pulled him and said, good job, but I'm going to the bullpen now. And as I said, the bullpen allowing that 3rd run was pitiful. But in the 7th inning, David Fry, he is a lefty dominant hitter. Like he's a righty, but he hits lefties. It's like his matchup. He's not really good against righties, but he can hit a lefty. And AJ Hinch, the manager of the Detroit Tigers, he was playing it smart. They had a lefty on the mound. David Fry came up to play because Kyle Manzardo was the DH for that game, but then they switched over to David Fry, like I said, and he comes up there. They make the switch. They put a right-handed hitter or pitcher out there, and David Fry did not miss. He did not miss. And he got all of it and sent that fucker over the fence. He got over the fence with the 4-3. Then we had David Fry sacrifice bunt. Like, who would have thought a guy that hit a home run 2 innings ago is going to be bunting for a run here in the 9th. He bunts. Rocchio gets his hand in there, scores, makes it 5-4. And luckily they did that because in the 9th inning, Clase did allow a run. But it's whatever because we still won 5-4. And Clase kind of got his redemption. But Game 5 was just nuts. Like I said, when we went down 1-0, I was scared. Because when Scoobo is on the mound, and you go down 1-0, I think every single Cleveland fan can agree. We thought Scoobo might pitch 9 innings this game. Like, there was a thought that he's going to go 9 innings, just a complete game, and just finish it off. But somehow in the 5th inning, Jimenez gets on base. Then Rocchio strikes out. In that second at-bat, when Rocchio struck out, I was like, fuck. We're so fucked, because Quan's going to come up, maybe he's going to hit a double play or something. But Quan gets a rip into left field. Man at first and second. We're looking pretty good. Then we start playing some guards ball. David Fry hits a little squibbler off the tip of the bat, goes to the second baseman. He can't make the throw. We got bases loaded with Jose Ramirez at the plate. Jose gets hit. I think I've seen every single Guardians fan reacting to this game pretty much saying, we didn't give a fuck that we just tied the game up with an RBI. It was the fact that it hit Jose Ramirez and he got hit on the forearm, and we were like, oh my god, is Jose okay? Like, we could have cared less if Jose were about to run. We cared that Jose, if he was healthy or not. But Jose was okay. And in the biggest dramatic just situation, Lane Thomas, grand slam, 5-1. But even in that moment, we were still not comfortable. Because other fan bases would have been like, 5-1, GG's, our bullpen, lock it down, we're good. But no, that's not the case because Matthew Boyd only pitched 2 innings. Then Cade Smith pitched, I believe, 2 innings. So it was like our bullpen wasn't able to just go. Yeah, you can see Cade Smith only pitched 1 and 2/3. Then he pitched that end of the 4th inning or end of the 5th inning, whatever it was. And we had Walters come in and he wasn't looking good. Tim Herron came in, got a couple things settled down. I mean, you can see with our bullpen, we went to the back end of our bullpen because we had to pitch everybody. Like I was saying with the Guardians, even with us being up 5-1, I was still not comfortable because in the 6th inning, I think we let a bunch of people on. Got out of the jam with only a run on. 7th inning, we got some people on bases. And we still got out of the jam, only allowing a run. And I think it was either 6th or 7th inning. Like I said, when Gaddis got the big strike on Carpenter, that was huge. And then it was like the 7th or 8th inning, whatever inning it was, where I think it was Eli Morgan got the perfect changeup pitch right there on that left corner. The batter, Trisky, I forget what his name was, for the Tigers, Torkelson. He looked shocked that it was a strike. And I don't know if he was shocked that it was a strike or just the fact of how the fuck did that end up being a strike. Because I'm going to be honest, out of the hand, that ball looked like it was going to be a straight ball. And then it just kind of curved back. It was a nasty pitch. Like I said, Guardians get it done. They got the win. Class A got his redemption, like I said, in the 9th inning. He was striking people out. He was throwing that 100-mile-an-hour cutter. He sealed the deal, and Guardians are moving on to the ALCS. Now, real quick, talking about the stats for kind of how everybody did. Like I said, Steven Kwan is amazing. He's playing like he did back when the seasons kind of started. He's got over a full 1 OPS. He's playing out of his mind. His slugging is great. His OBP is great. Everything about how he's playing right now is terrific. Josh Naylor has got to get better. He's only hitting a 450 OPS. Lane Thomas, same thing with Steven Kwan. They are playing out of their mind. 947 OPS. Jose Ramirez, he's currently like a 788, so he's getting better. Like I said, with Brian Rocchio being like an MVP of this series, 944 OPS. And his defense has been playing out of his world. Like, he made that great catch in, like, what, 7th or 8th inning? Or the 8th inning whenever Orlando Clase came out there. That catch, oh my God. Now, talking about some of the weak points. Like I said, there is a part of me that almost says Bo Naylor, just set him down. Don't even let him play the ALCS because he got no hits. We already know Hedges sucks. We already know he can't fucking hit the ball. But he's a better catcher than Bo Naylor. Like, Hedges is a smarter catcher than Bo Naylor. He knows how to frame. He knows what pitches to call in certain moments. He's a more experienced catcher than Bo Naylor. And if you wanted somebody to go out there and be a great catcher but don't get any hits, you could have just had Hedges do that. Like, Bo Naylor's got to learn how to hit the ball. And Jackenzie Noel, like I said, he's supposed to be our home run guy. The only run he scored, this one run, was whenever he got walked and he was able to come around the bases. Like, he has a zero slugging, 133 OBP. Like, he is ass. Now, the only reason he's staying in the lineup is because his defense is awesome. He's got an arm. He's gunning people out of second base. He can throw it home. Nobody's going to try to tag up from third and score on him. I feel like if Jackenzie Noel can just get some offense going, stop chasing bad pitches. If he can get better in offense, put Hedges in a catcher. And if Rocchio can keep playing the way he's playing, Jose kind of get hot. Josh Naylor needs to kind of get a rhythm going. Lane Thomas, I don't think he's going to be a dynamic home run hitter the entire time in the ALCS. But if he can hit one home run and just keep getting the ball in play, hitting the ball in play, Steven Kwan, same thing, get the ball in play, these guys can go far. Now, let's talk about the series. Like I said, the ALCS. How do the Guardians win this series? It's going to come down to a few things. Jose Ramirez and Josh Naylor. First up, the stars need to carry. We know what the Yankees are going to be. Judge and Soto. They're stars. If they don't show up and hit home runs, hit big-time doubles, crank the ball out of the ballpark, they're not going to win. And same thing kind of goes for our guys. If Josh Naylor is not hitting at least one home run this series and some doubles, maybe cracking a single down the line, getting those guys from second and third to move around the bases, we are not going to be able to do anything. Secondly, our bullpen. If it stays locked down, we have a shot. Thirdly, all I ask out of our star pitchers, because we know the Yankees, they have like a guy named Garrett Cole. We all know how good he is. Sarcastically, he is going to get you 6-7 innings easily for the Yankees. And sometimes maybe he might shut us down to 0 runs. If we can match that, that's going to be that'll be good on us if we can match it. But what I'm saying is he can go 6-7 innings. Our starters are only really going 3, 4, maybe 5 innings if we're lucky. We got to find a way to where Alex Cobb, Tanner Bybee, Matthew Boyd, maybe we throw another start out there. There's been talk about Gavin Williams maybe starting game 1 because we don't know who's going to start game 1. Is it going to be Alex Cobb, maybe Gavin Williams? We might have to throw Gavin Williams out there. And then last thing, it's the simplest thing in baseball. Don't make any stupid mistakes. It's one thing like if you get a ball cracked your way and it takes like a very bad hop and you can't make the play. But it's another thing where the ball gets hit to you, you have the ball in your hand, and you make a weird throw to first base, ends up being an error. Or like you have a ball thrown directly to where you can hit it, and you hit it like out in the outfield, and you try to like maybe try to get to second, you get picked off. Don't make those mistakes. Or for a pitcher, it would be something like, don't throw the ball right down the fucking middle against Juan Soto or Aaron Judge. Like if one of them are in a 3-0 count or 3-1 count, just give them the walk. Don't even, like if the base is loaded, you might have to try to see if you can get them to swing and miss. But if the bases are not loaded and there's a base open somewhere out there, just let them go. So like I said, our stars need to show up. Don't make dumb mistakes. The small guys, I think, also need to just keep on contributing. Like I said, Rocchio, Jimenez, if these guys can contribute, we'll be good. But overall, I think Cleveland has a real shot. Do I think they're going to win the series? Fuck no. I think, if anything, we could push it 6, maybe 7, but I think the Yankees are probably going to win this one in 6 or 7. But if we win the series, I might go crazy. I'm just going to be straight up. I might go cut nuts. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree, disagree with anything I said? Do you think the Guardians are going to go far in the ALCS? Not far? Do you think the Guardians play good in the ALDS? How do you think the series kind of went? If you're a Tigers fan, Guardians fan, what did you think about the series? Do you think Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, Rocchio, all these guys that I mentioned play good, bad? Whatever your opinion may be whenever it comes to the entire series, go ahead and leave a complete opinion down in the comment section down below. I've been more than welcome to kind of talk about you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.